But it starts with this. It starts with having a covenant, not a contract. It starts with you deciding, no matter if I sell you a house today, I'm going to give you the greatest experience of your life. No matter. No matter how rude you are to me or how mean you are to me, no matter, I will give you the best version of me. I remember when I was a kid, my dad, one of the other things he dripped on me, this was kind of in high school, my dad owns the oldest jewelry store in Plano, still to this day. It's pretty awesome. He's had it for 46 years, as long as I've been alive. He's had this jewelry store. And I learned a lot from kind of observation of him. But when I was in high school, he made me read this book called The Millionaire Next Door. Again, I didn't really like to read that much until I was in college, but this is one of the books that I read. Anyone read this book? Okay, it's a classic book. Again, recommend everyone read it. And basically, it's a stats. And the stats say that the average millionaire does not look like a millionaire. They drive a pickup truck. They kind of tattered jeans. They don't kind of dress for success, but they got a lot of money. They save a lot of money, and they have a lot of money. And so my dad's jewelry store built an entire business for the last 46 years, based on this one book. If you go into his store, it doesn't look very nice. He doesn't have a Tiffany's type of store, a Jared's type of store, a Bacanor's type of store. But what he will tell you is the blue bloods of Plano, Texas buy from King Arthur's Clocks and Jewelry. The credit card money that drives Range Rovers that are like up to here in debt, they go to Tiffany's and they want the blue box. But the millionaire next door, they buy from him. And he's built an entire business of selling to these blue-collar millionaires that want a trusted relationship, and they want to have that with someone. And so he told me this when I was a kid. He said, act as if everyone in front of you is a millionaire and could afford a $30,000 diamond. Because if you treat everyone as if they can afford it, you'll be surprised way more times than not. You're like, wow, you're one of those millionaires. I would not have thought that. You slur your words, you stumble over your words, you don't sound very educated. But man, that's impressive that you're just writing a little check for that $30,000 diamond. That's impressive. It's amazing how many times I have seen my dad sell a $30,000 diamond to a person that you're like, I can't believe you had that kind of money. But a person who comes in and honestly dresses like me, drives the Range Rover, they can't afford a $5,000 diamond. They want to, they can't afford it unless they put on a credit card. Are you guys with me? So I learned this lesson from him, and it's a valuable lesson. So I want to share that with you, is that this is what a covenant mindset is all about. A covenant mindset is, I'm going to treat everyone as if they're the most important person in my life. And if I do that, I'll be surprised at how many of them can buy today. I'm going to treat everyone as if they can buy a house from me today. But Jason, it's 55 plus. It takes on average of, 18 visits over a year to make a decision. This is a very slow population. That's an external mindset. That's not an internal mindset. An internal mindset is this customer is running out of time. They're running out of time. And if you can tap into their soul and you can figure out, what's really stopping them? What's their fears, frustrations, failures, their desires, dreams, and destiny? Like, what's preventing them from taking action, and let them know and give them permission to buy. Like, they don't need to wait this long. Like, they don't need to kind of keep searching for that thing that doesn't exist. Like, they can buy today and start vacationing more, and they can start enjoying life and having friends that are their types of friends. They could be around their people. They could immediately do that, and it starts today. But you've got to believe that they can do that, and you have to believe that you have the power through your mindset, process, and language to convince them that they can do that today. So do you want to see the covenant that I wrote for us? So I wrote a covenant. I wrote this message, very proud of this message. Again, I went to church and immediately was like, you know what? I'm going to create my own covenant. I'm going to create my own sales warrior covenant. That if every salesperson lived by this covenant, then I think everything would change for you. I think if you live by this covenant, then you would start becoming very internal, and you would start being obsessed on how can I help enough people get what they want so that I can get what I want. And it all starts with this message. So I am a sales warrior. I commit to following my sales warrior process regardless of my perception of your ability to afford what I'm selling. How resistant you are, whether all decision makers are present or your cultural background. You deserve the best version of me. You have never experienced a sales warrior like me until now. My mind will be brave. I will be bold with my actions. I'll be honest with my words. I will serve your wants and needs. I will lead the process. I will protect you from your enemies, AKA adult child. I will not give up on you until your problem is resolved, because on this day, I am your sales warrior. I'm going to say it again, and hopefully it'll even mean more to you this time. I commit to following my sales warrior process, regardless of my perception of your ability to afford what I'm selling. How resistant you are, whether all decision makers are present or your cultural background. You deserve the best version of me. You have never experienced a sales warrior like me until now. My mind will be brave, I will be bold with my actions, and I'll be honest with my words. I will serve your wants and needs. I will lead the process. I will protect you from your enemies, and I will not give up on you until your problem is resolved. Because on this day, I am your sales warrior. Yeah, please. Thank you. Thank you. I'd love an applause. I decided to not spend time with my family on a Sunday after church and write this instead. So please, please. This is life-changing. This is life-changing. If you guys will all have a copy of this, you can take a picture of it if you like. But if you could just commit to just every day, take a chapter out of Napoleon Hill's book and have a definite purpose and read this every day and make this the lens that you see the world through. And then before a customer walks in, say, this is my covenant. And if you could even say it out loud, it's even more powerful. When you say things to yourself, it's powerful. Your self-talk, when you say it out loud, there's actually even a bigger component, a more powerful component that happens with you. And then at the end of the process, the experience, you've put the time, you've time-stamped the experience, and then ask yourself, did I live by my covenant with this customer? Or did a contract slip in? Did they say something to me that offended me? Did they seem resistant? Did they seem not a part of the process? Were they not an easy customer that I want to spend time with? And because of that, I gave up on them too soon. Did a contract slip in? And where did it slip in? And what am I going to do differently next time to make it not slip in? But I do believe if you live by this covenant, everything would change for you. And you would 100% spend more time with the customer, and you would 100% increase your conversion rate. Number fourth one, last one, and that's you got to leverage the power of scarcity. So I don't know if you guys ever had these moments. I will not be emotional. Okay, so I'm saying myself. So I had this moment. This is us in Broken Bow. You could see Mary and then my strong-willed child Saunders and Mary Jane and then Elizabeth. That's kind of the order of them. And so it was a couple years ago that I had this kind of aha moment. And my aha moment was I said, Mary, we only have like 2 spring breaks left with Mary Jane and Saunders, and we've got 3 left with Elizabeth. What? Like just saying it, like just say that out loud, you start getting emotional. When you're like, I cannot believe we have 3 spring breaks left. Like it's a game-changing thing because, as you're younger, right, you have a lot of time, but you don't have any money. And so you exchange your time for money and you don't do things like spring break. And so I missed a lot of spring breaks because I didn't do it, right? And so now all of a sudden you have this moment and you're like, that's it. From here on out, we're doing all the spring breaks. Like we're going to go all in and we're going to do all the memories and we're going to do everything we possibly can to like make this happen. Well, why do I share that with you? Because if you started measuring your success based on how many things you have, like how limited time you have, you would be so motivated. If you started realizing, I've only got 6 home sites left. I've only got 6 opportunities left. I've only got, 15 days left in the month. If you started focusing on the scarcity of things, it's amazing how much it changes the meaning around it. And so the same thing obviously goes with your customer. And so if you want to spend more time with them, you have to remind them of the scarcity effect. Every single time that you call up a customer, you should say to them, hey, since the last time you were here, 3 more people decided to take one of your opportunities away from you. Since the last time you were here, 3 more people decided to take a home that you were thinking about. There's 3 less choices for you. Every single time that you cancel a customer, you should immediately call someone up and say, hey, I've got really, really good news. It's bad news for someone else. Someone else, they weren't able to make a certain home work, but it's good news for you. There's a certain home that I love, and I just think it's the perfect home for you. I couldn't tell you about it before because someone else had it under contract, but honestly, it's the perfect house for you. and I just need to spend more time with you, and I want to show you why I think this is the perfect house for you. But again, it just came on the market. You're the first person I called, and I want to give you the opportunity to see it. So if you can make things scarce, then people want to spend more time with it because they're afraid that time is going away. So in the past, people would say the most important thing in real estate is. Today, at the International Builder Show, I was very upset. I was very angry. Those of you who were with me, you saw how angry I was. Josh was there in the room with me, I believe. And Amy was doing the session. And today, people would say the most important thing in real estate is AI. And Amy was there, and I was like so angry. I was so mad. I was defending my people, because you guys are my people. And I want you to see me as John O'Connor, and we had the Terminator coming after us, okay? And I'm gonna lead a revolution of you guys, and we're gonna say no to the Terminator, all right? Because we need you. We need you. I promise you, AI can help, but it can't do what you guys can do. It cannot do what you can do. Because you know what it can't do? Is this, and that's what I believe, and that's the most important thing in real estate, is spending time with you. AI can't do that. But you can. AI can convince them to understand their fears, frustrations, and failures. They can help them understand that no one else is protecting them, and you can basically do that. So again, I appreciate all of you guys. Focus on your conversion rate. Focus on changing people's thinking. Focus on spending the most important thing, which is more time with them. Focus on reminding your customers about the lack of time and how much time they're absolutely wasted. Find more ways to spend more time with your customer. Live by your covenant, and find every opportunity to create scarcity so that you can sell more houses. Thanks a lot.